Continue. If you are here, that means you're here for video 25 resume mistakes that is preventing you from getting a job. Okay, number 13, we're making headway, is using a mistake that, and this happens to from the entry level go right back to seniors. I've had people come to me and say, why can't I submit the same resume for every application? What if it is that I'm applying for a role, a role like a role that 2 or 3 companies are hoping to fill? It seems like the same role. That's what you think. But I'm pretty sure on your cover letter that you sent to the resume to the recruiter, you have a different address, right? So why the resume don't look different? And if you spend some time looking at the job ad, don't the job description look a little different? So why your resume don't look different? So the companies that you are seeing advertising the same role, aren't their priorities different? So why aren't your applications different? Why isn't your resume or your application package different? The point I'm making, this is a huge mistake that many people make when they're seeking jobs, using the same resume for every single application. You lose out. You miss out. It's too generic. Generic resumes get you nowhere. All right? And we are at number 14. If you have not watched the other video, I'm going to suggest that you just stop here, jump back over to that video on my channel, and start from number 1, because I'm pretty sure you have made some of those mistakes already. So let's continue. I'm Ashleigh-Ann Mowatt, a former journalist who is helping professionals like you gain true visibility so you can attract better paid career opportunities. All right, so number 14. Oh, by the way, still in daily cafe. So if you hear the noise, they're blending juices. I'm having beetroot juice. I think it's beetroot with some berry or something like that. And it's really nice. I really enjoy it. So number 14 mistake is overly cluttering the format of the resume. If you have a lot to share and you're not necessarily looking to apply for a specific job, maybe it's a CV that you need and not a resume. If you cannot cut it down to 2 pages, right? Maybe it's a CV that you need. A resume is no longer than 2 pages. And the format, there's a specific format for ATS. Just a minute. With a specific format for ATS, right? ATS format, I will put the link to the free tool. You should have, just off the bat, you should have a header with your name, contact information. Then you go to your professional summary, your skills or core competencies, your work experience, then your certification, and if you did some training, and then your references, which you can say is available upon request. That's it. Anything else can drop into a portfolio. Don't clutter it. So you're not going to list every single work, every job you've done since you left high school. No. It's targeted. It is targeted, and every role that you list there should align with the job that you're targeting. Right? It's an ad. So don't clutter it. Don't be careful of the font that you're using, because sometimes, depending on the font, depending on the spacing in the between paragraphs and the section heading, like the size, it can look messy. If you ask a friend, does my resume look messy? And they say yes, it needs to be fixed. All right. So how it looks actually impacts how well it performs. Number 15 is missing section headings. So many recruiters across the world, let me just say internationally, are using ATS to scan your resume. That is applicant tracking systems. So before they put their eyes on it, before they even see it, They run it through a system. When you hit submit, it goes through a system, right? If your resume does not have the correct section headings that the system is looking for, then they won't see your resume. It will just discard it. One of the other mistakes is not to include a professional summary. You need a professional summary on your resume. You need to state on your resume who you are in about 3 to 5, to about 2 to 3 lines, not 3 to 5, 2 to 3 lines, and let that professional summary have your keywords, right? Let it have your keywords in there, the words that align with the job that you're targeting. In the previous video, I spoke about how you can do that, so go and check it out. But that's a mistake that many of you are guilty of, not including a professional summary. And we spoke about this in the last video. No metrics and no results. Why should I trust you with the role that I am hoping to fill if you have not shown me how you have excelled in your previous role? What kind of contribution you made to the previous company? You just clock in and clock out? That's what you want to do over here? Okay, stay over there. It's as simple as that. No metrics, no results, no interviews. I spoke about this before, but I have it on my list. 25 resume mistakes that is holding you back, that are holding you back from getting an interview. Grammar errors and typos. Don't do that. Fix that. Fix that up. Right now, it don't look good. I don't think to sit around. There are too many tools that you could be using right now to fix your grammar, to fix the typo. Don't tell me say you don't see it. You mean to tell me that you're running an ad? You're running an ad and you just don't put out anything out there? No, not acceptable. And I wouldn't hire you. I would not. Grammar errors, typos on a resume is unacceptable. Right? That's a sin. All right. Listing, not listing a professional email address. I'm a Christian, but I am not going to put Holy Ghost anointed at gmail.com. I'm not doing it. That's not my name. It is not professional. Sexy Baby 2022 is not professional. Mr. Right at hotmail.com is so wrong. You know what's professional. Your first and last name and your email provider. At your email provider. That's it. That is it. Okay. Is including your street address. That's a big mistake, but you don't necessarily have to put that. Right? Remember, your resume is going through a system. Many people may see it. You don't need to put your specific address like 123 Cherry Lane. No, you don't need to do that for your resume. You're counting yourself out. You're putting yourself in danger, to be honest, because you don't know who is accessing your stuff. And yeah, the company may say, yeah, we have a privacy policies and so, but hey, man, stay away from sharing too much personal demographic information, right? Like, when the time comes and if they do accept you as one of their employees and they ask for that information, as part of your personnel file, then yes, then you list your address. We're coming down the wire. I actually thought this video was going to be longer now, but I may have some other things to talk about. So, resume mistake that you could be making that is costing you that job interview is missing your skills and your core competencies. And let me just spend some time here. What are your technical skills? What are your soft skills? Right? What are your hard skills that align with the job you're targeting? Right? Know what they are and list them. Do some research. Maybe you've been doing this job for many years and you get so accustomed to doing it that you're not even thinking about what am I What skill am I honing here, sharpening here? So use up the tools that are there. Ask a friend, ask your employer to write your recommendation letter and look at what the recommendation letter say, or give a recommendation, or gi- you know, ask them, what do you think I'm really good at? What are some of my skills? What do you think are my core competencies? Things that I have advanced proficiency is that I can close my eyes and get done. If you wake me up at midnight, I can do it and do it excellently, do it well. Those are your core competencies, and be careful that you're not mixing up skills with core competencies. All right? So, yeah, mislabeling skills. So, Canva Pro is not a skill. Graphic designing is a skill. Canva is not a skill. Canva is a software, it's a tool that you can use to sharpen your graphic designing skills, right? Trello is a tool that you can use to sharpen your project management skills. Excel is not a skill. So ensure that you're not mislabeling your skills. For some of my clients, it's important for them to list the software, the systems that they are familiar with using. If you have space on your resume, you can put that just before the references. List those systems, right? Don't list them as skills, because you're communicating to the recruiters that you don't know what your skills are. And you don't want to be doing that on your resume. Your resume is your confidence, is your sheet of confidence, is your personal ad. I'll forever say this. Your resume is your personal ad. And if you don't know what you're selling or what you're promoting or who you are, then you add no shot. In Jamaican, they say, it not go nowhere. It's silent. It's a draw nil. Your personal ad should advocate for you. So is your resume advocating for you? 24 resume. So we're down to the one of 24 resume. The 24th resume mistakes that I see that some of my clients have made that cost them job interviews is lack of action verb. What is a verb? Remember that ad? I think it's on Disney or Nickelodeon. Verb. It's what you do. What about those action verbs? Manage, supervise, supported, facilitated. You want some really high impact action verbs. If they're not in your resume, you're selling yourself short. Stop selling yourself short with low impact language. So, not having action verbs using low impact language is limiting your ability to get a well paying career, get a well paying job. For you to be sitting and looking at your bank account or looking at your pay slip and say, yes, Lord, my prayer has finally been answered. It's costing you sleep. Use action verbs in your resume. And the number five, remember number five, the 25th resume mistake that you are making that is costing you that job interview, right, is overuse of buzzwords. So I know I told you that please use keywords in your resume, but sometimes we say too much of one thing is not good. This is a perfect example. Balance your use of keywords. So if you're using it without any purpose and without evidence, if you say that you're the senior project manager responsible for high level projects across the Caribbean region, yet your resume is talking about stuff that you've done in Montego Bay only, tell me now if I'm a liar. Tell me if you're inflating your experiences. Tell me if you're just using buzzwords as a buzzkill. It's a buzzkill you're creating. Fluff. Don't do that. You don't want your resume to come off as spam. That looks spammy. That can't eat, did not eat garbage. Don't overkill it. So find the balance and show the evidence. You are the senior actuarial scientist. Demonstrate that. You're the senior auditor with your company. Demonstrate that. You're the I'm trying to think of you're a senior researcher or senior lecturer. Demonstrate that. Show evidence of that. You've contributed to regional projects or led policy development within the ministry you've worked. Demonstrate that in your work. I'm going to say demonstrate in your work history. So the part that has experience, that's where you get down into detail. All right. So this is part 2 of the video, a bit shorter, but you get the point. These are 25 resume mistakes that you could be making that is costing you a job interview. And I really pray that you spend the time to look over your resume. Don't take it lightly. If you're applying for 100, if you've applied to more than 100 companies and not one respond to you, you're guilty. You are so guilty of all of these that I've listed. And I think I can, for the next video, you can tell me, speak about some of the things that you can be doing to support your resume. So yeah, your resume is a personal ad and you must ensure it is ATS optimized, but there are also other things that you can do in the job search process, to help to optimize your search. One of the biggest things that I'll share here is to join LinkedIn. Come off of TikTok, man. Come off of Instagram a little bit and spend some time over LinkedIn. I spent the better half of 2024 connecting with recruiters to the point where they are one of my top viewers of content like this because they're very much interested in what I have to share. And it's based on my experience, just engaging with them and applying for jobs. I've been able to track the process, the progress of my applications because I'm on LinkedIn. So I'm just sending up the application, the message the recruiters, so I submit my application. I say, yeah, man. So I say 1 week pass and 2 week pass. I'm like, I just want to clarify if you'd like to see my portfolio. So there are some things that I'd like to share, and I'll probably do that in the next video. What are some things that you can do to optimize your job search, right? If there's a topic that you think I should cover as well, you can let me know. And feel free to follow me on my socials. I'm most active on for the resume revamp series, active on TikTok and on Instagram, on LinkedIn. It's a little different over there for me right now. Right? It's weird, but I don't find that my resume content does well on LinkedIn, and maybe because everybody over there already talk about jobs. So, TikTok, Instagram, I'll put my handles here and in the description. And if you're here and you're not subscribed, subscribe now. Subscribe to the video, to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. I have a newsletter that I also send out. So if you want to be a part of it, jump on that. There's a link to that there. There are free tools that I offer job seekers who just don't have the money and would want to learn how to revamp their resume on their own. I have tools that you can access to take a second look at your resume and optimize it on your own, right? And if you do think you need a little bit more support, I'll also put a link to I put a link where you can contact me and we can book a consultation. All right. So until next time, I need to find a tagline for this series. Until next time, I hope you get hired.